I never realized how difficult breaking bad habits was until I started working on breaking my own bad habits. That's when I realized it's a fucking full-time job. Because when it came to building good habits, it took some time, but when I got the hang of it, when I understood the process of building good habits, it became fucking easy. And after a few days, I was already consistent. But when it came to eliminating bad habits, I understood the concept a little bit, but still it was fucking difficult. Still, I didn't. It took months, and even now, I haven't fully gotten rid of one of my bad habits, but I've made a ton of progress. So in this video, I want to share with you 7 things, 7 game-changing steps that help me break some of my other bad habits, and that helped me make a lot of progress in my current one. So the first one is change your identity. First one is start seeing yourself as a person who doesn't do that bad habit at all. So I see a lot of people have a no fap streak. I'm someone, I never really started fapping in my life. I did start watching porn in a certain phase of my life, but I never started fapping. So I never built that identity of a fapper. But the people that have like a no fap streak, they see themselves as recovering fappers. People that are trying to quit. Not some people that don't fap at all or don't really think about it at all. They're just make themselves into people that have a streak. And streaks, I like this quote, streaks are meant to be broken. So when you have like a streak or something like that, you're just waiting for the impending day when that streak will be broken by yourself. Because you haven't been changing your identity. I won't waste much time here, but just change your identity as a person who doesn't do that bad habit anymore. I don't play video games anymore. No, I'm not. Oh yeah, I'm trying to quit video games. I don't play video games anymore. And it's not doing this one necessarily make it so the next day you will totally get rid of your addiction or something like that. But it will help you make progress. Don't see yourself as someone who's trying to quit. See yourself as someone who doesn't do it at all. Because that's the goal you're trying to get to. You're trying to get to the level where you don't think about the bad habit at all. Where you don't do it and you don't think about it at all. It's something that crosses your mind. Very often video game it doesn't cross my mind anymore. Netflix doesn't cross my mind anymore. Even though it used to be one of my biggest bad habits in the past. So change your identity. The second one is build good habits. Building good habits will build up some discipline for you and will also fill up your time. You will have a lot of more time that's filled up in your day, so you have less time to spend on the bad habits. So a good way to build good habits is through a habit tracker like this one. That's what helped me build good habits, get consistent on some improvement. I just write down the good habits on top, and then you have the days on the side here. And then when I work out on the first day, I just check the box. Meditation, check the box. Stretching, check the box. And for the last 6 days, yeah, I've been very consistent with my good habits. And yeah, that's how you just start using a habit tracker. Everyone should pretty much use a habit tracker because it doesn't seem like it, but it's the most overpowered. Okay, not this. I don't really know all the different strategies, but it's definitely one of the most overpowered strategies you can use on self-improvement. To start using a habit tracker, but a mindset you need to utilize if you want to make the habit tracker effective for you is the bare minimum mindset. So the habit tracker changed my life. When I started using it, my life changed forever. And it may not seem like it because it's just some things written on a piece of paper, but it did change my life 1.5 years ago. Before that, I was trying to get consistent, but I was training once per week, meditating once every 2 weeks, doing all the good habits just very infrequently. I was trying to get on some improvement, but I wasn't on some improvement yet. So, something that I was just on a holiday, some Monday, I got frustrated. I knew I was doing something wrong. And I had heard of the habit tracker many times before that by Hamza. We talk about it in some of his videos. But I never really tried to use it because I thought, oh yeah, it's a little bit useless. And my ego didn't want to accept that I should maybe lower my expectations. I started using the bare minimum method. So I never used it for months, even though I knew it could have helped, but my ego didn't want to use it. It's just one day I just got so desperate and I just said fuck it and I started using it. And when I did, my life changed forever. That's the first time I did the good habits consistently for like 10 days or 14 days in a row, instantly. Just because I started using the habit tracker with the bare minimum mindset. And the fact that I used the bare minimum mindset, the first 10 days, I didn't do just one push-up or something like that. The bare minimum is basically, you don't have to check, you don't have to do a full workout, check the box. You can literally check the box for working out after doing literally one push-up. I know it sounds crazy, but just one push-up. You just have to allow yourself to check the box or to see doing the bare minimum of the good habits as a success if you want to build consistency in the good habits. And the fact that I use the bare minimum mindset is often you won't do one push-up and just say stop and just stop like that. Very often you won't do that. So for the first like 20 days, I just did around 150 push-ups in a row, and I was very proud. And even on the other good habits, gratitude, learning and reading and everything, I made a ton of progress. And it was only when I started using the habit tracker. So the next one is start meditating. When you try to quit a bad habit, even if you change your identity and you use all the things that I told you before, you will get a lot of cravings. And you will have to learn how to navigate them. And one of the best ways to do that is to start meditating. Meditation is gonna, over time, help you separate, see yourself a little bit as not necessarily your emotions or your cravings or your thoughts, but as someone who's observing them. And when you see things from that frame, it's a lot easier to resist cravings because you think to yourself, yeah, it's not me, it's my brain having these cravings. It's not me, I'm just observing them. They're just like waves passing by. I'm here, unchanged, unperturbed. And having that mindset is helpful with everything in life because it really is the truth. You are not your thoughts, you're not your brain. And very often your thoughts and your brain will not necessarily be on the other side. So it's a crucial skill as a man to let you separate yourself when needed from your thoughts and your emotions. To do the things that you don't necessarily feel like doing, but you know logically will lead you to the life you want. It'll help you accomplish your mission. So start meditating. It's going to help you crucially to feel the cravings but not necessarily indulge in them. To feel the cravings but have the logical part of your brain just tell you, yeah, no. And it will help break muscle memory because you'll more often be mindful when you start engaging the bad habit. Very often you just start pulling out the phone and you just go on YouTube without even realizing it mentally. But when you start meditating, it becomes more like, you become more aware. You become more aware. So when you start just trying to pull out your phone after out of muscle memory, the fact that you've been meditating consistently for the next few weeks and months will help you be mindful and be like, oh yeah, I just pick up my phone. Why? You'll be more mindful of when you actually start doing the bad habit, and you'll be more aware of your cravings and the fact that they're not necessarily you. And you'll be more able to use your logical brain when you're lizard brain start making false excuses about why you should do the bad habit, because very often the excuses your lizard brain makes are very convincing. So having that part of your brain be active in those times every time will greatly help you. Next step is make a timetable, make a daily routine. Know that, okay, for me, I know that I even have it here on my computer here. I have my calendar here, and that's what I'm following today. I know that, okay, this morning I record 3 videos. Then I work out from 4 to 6:15. I record 3 videos. Then I work out from 6:15 to 8:30. Then from 8:30 to 11:15, I work a little bit more on my offer. Then from 11:15 a.m. to 6 p.m. I just learn and think. And then around 3:30 p.m. in the middle of my learning and thinking block, I eat. And then from 6 to 7, I do my night routine. So stretching, brush my teeth, quick journaling, some breath work, and then go to bed, and then reading a little bit, and then go to bed. And then from 7 p.m. to 4 p.m., I'm sleeping. Every single hour and minute of my day has been given a purpose, has been given something it has to, I don't have to think, oh yeah, what should I do now? I already know what I have to do. I know, okay, from this time to this time, I have to do this. Then I have to do this. Then I have to do this. So it's simple now. I just have to follow, mindlessly follow the routine that my past self has set for myself. And it makes it so easy, because very often when you try to create a bad habit, you often find yourself being just bored because you don't have much else to do. Or you have to use so much brain power to think, oh yeah, what should I do now? What should I do now? Which makes it a lot harder to resist the bad habits. Because when you just don't have a routine and you just go by feel, you very often land into the bad habit because you have so much room to make excuses. When you have a strict routine that you've set for yourself in the past, you don't have room to just say, oh yeah, I don't have nothing to do here, so I should just watch YouTube, or I should just watch porn or something like that. No, you have your timetable, so what you have to do with your day is just mindlessly follow it. And if you use the other steps in this video, and then you just focus on following your timetable to the dot, your day routine to the dot. That's what will help you in the long run to eliminate the bad habits. Focus on following your timetable and daily routine to the best of your ability. And just make a good one, a good daily routine that works out for you, and experiment very often. The next step is change your basic attack. So right now, in your free time, it's similar to the step before about daily routine, but right now your basic attack is to maybe play video games when you have free time, when you have nothing to do, or to watch YouTube when you have nothing to do, or go on Instagram when you have nothing to do, or go on TikTok when you have nothing to do, or binge eat when you don't have anything to do. Now you should replace that habit with something else, and something productive. You have the bad habit of going to the you have this habit of going to the bad habits every time you have free time, every time you have nothing to do, every time you're bored, every time you're sad. Now you have to find a way to change that. It's not about just when you have done eliminate the bad habit, you just have nothing to do in your day and just sit there and look at the ceiling and do nothing. No. Find a way to replace it with something productive that works well for you. And I think something that will work for everyone is just to replace the bad habit with learning. Because learning is something you could generally do all day. Of course, it would be difficult, but you could generally learn all day. Like you could play video games all day or watch YouTube all day. And it's just way more productive. So in your free time, when you notice yourself getting cravings, trying to play video games, watch YouTube, or do anything, pick up a book and read it. If you don't have books, then get a PDF on. And you don't have money to buy the books, even though some books can be very cheap. even coming from a guy that doesn't have much money. Just go find a PDF on your computer or on your phone. You just read there. There are so much free PDFs on amazing books that you can get. Um, and also watch some informational videos like this one and some informational podcasts like from people like Andrew Huberman, Chris Williamson, Diary of a CEO, uh, PBD, Patrick Bet David, and oh yeah, people like that. But I think reading is, but if you can read a little bit more than you watch videos. So if you have a ratio, I think reading is still a little bit more powerful than watching videos. So if you have like a 60 ratio, 70% of your content you consume it through books and then 30% you consume it through videos, or like 60-40. Or if you really want to do it, you read like podcasts, maybe it's just my opinion that I find books more valuable. You can read like have like a 50-50 place where you spend 50% of your time consuming through books and 50% of your time consuming through videos. Yeah, but yeah, change your basic attack and replace your bad habits with learning. Every time you listen to yourself, once you go doing the bad habit, even just go back to reading a book or watching a podcast. Every time you find yourself watching YouTube or playing video games. Next step is level up your willpower. Willpower is a skill of resisting cravings for a higher mission, resisting something that you know wouldn't serve you. So to level it up is simple. It's simple but not easy. You just expose yourself more and more to the cravings and resist them. When you resist the cravings, you get the craving, but you don't indulge in it. You're leveling up your willpower. So automatically, if you use the steps that I told you to use before, you will automatically level up your willpower. You don't have to do anything else. If you just follow the steps that I gave you before, you will automatically level up your willpower. You meditate, you make a timetable, you change your basic attack, you change your identity, you build good habits, and yeah. And you just try to follow your day, which is the best of your ability. You will get cravings in the beginning. And the fact that you resist them will level up your willpower. And sometimes you won't be able to resist them totally. But if you just try to resist them for like 5 minutes, there's already progress in your willpower. So yeah. And the last step is patience. Be patient because this is a long process. But if you follow the steps that I just gave you, I genuinely think you will be able to get rid of your bad habits faster than I did. Be patient, but I know you will make more like progress pretty fast. But still, I don't have this expectation that you will get rid of those bad habits in like 1 week. Very unlikely, unless you weren't really addicted to it. Or maybe that's another step, but I haven't tried it before, so I won't really tell you. It's a change in environment. Some people talk about a change in environment, changing the house you live in and everything. I haven't tried it, so I don't really know if how it works. But yeah, be patient. It's a long process, long and hard. It's not easy. Simple, but not easy. So be patient and embrace the process. So yeah, I hope you got value from this video, and don't run from discomfort. Chase it.